Welcome everyone to Price Action Live at TradersPost for September 2nd, 2025. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike NQ Sniper Christensen, co-founder and CSO at TradersPost. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. And today, we're trading prop firm accounts on NASDAQ, which apparently has decided to give up the ghosts. Mike, what are you seeing here?
Oh, this is crazy. I anticipated we would see a pullback. We've been watching it for a little while now. And I've talked about a few different support and resistance levels here a couple of times. Last week, we were talking about this being a potential fib retrace to the 0618 level, and the price kept pushing beyond it. It looked like it was going for the 786 level after that, which is roughly at 28,843. But it was the 23,669 level I was expecting sellers to defend, which at the time was R2. It did get beyond that, but as prices go, it was a little fuzzy, and that appeared to have been the actual pullback. So I was going to measure this morning here what that might mean from a trend-based extension perspective. Let me see if I can hide these regressions here for just a second. Pull these out of the way. I believe all these can just be grouped together, as Tom likes to do. Okay, so now that those are out of the way, let me turn this off. All right, so we're looking at a couple of different levels here. I'm going to keep these on my chart so I can see them on the smaller time frames. But this could be a potential trend-based fib extension. So if we go from from top to bottom to the pullback, we're now starting to see the formation of an extension. And that could mean that price retraces as far back as 22,560, possibly down here. And that level, if I were to pull S3 down, and we go to the daily chart, is basically the bottom of this major support zone. So I'm expecting that NASDAQ could pull back even another 500 points or so before we find some support. That means the next couple of trading days could be in the red for the NASDAQ, but in the green for us if we take the right shorts.
So if we are in a head and shoulders pattern, that would coincide with what you're talking about, that we would head down to the 21, you said 21.5?
I'm thinking 22.5 would be my target.
22.5.
Yep.
Okay.
If this extension is to continue, we're going to see a small bounce this morning. I'm fairly positive, mainly because all the selling has already taken place. We're going to open down 1.47%. I would expect we fill some of the opening gap here from this morning. We got another 7 minutes to the open, and then it could retrace and bounce down again from there. So just looking at the 2-hour chart here, there's definitely some potential of a small short-term bounce. Let me pull the regression trend back on, somewhere around the 23,300 level, and I would expect resistance there.
That's so funny. That's exactly the same as my indicators.
This is what I love about NASDAQ. It's a pretty technical futures contract, representing mostly the tech companies, obviously, mostly the Mag 7, but it seems to conform to trend following and mean reversion structures pretty well. So, we are definitely in an oversold territory here right now. Just looking at the MACD, it's very oversold, even on the 15-minute chart, on the 5-minute chart. So this tells me right here that we're likely to see some buying initially, and then we may see a continuation to the downside over the next couple of days.
All right, so if I'm taking a look at the chart on my end here, we did print a high over here, lower high. We've broken down below what's, for me, I call this is a phase 3 level of volume weighted moving average. Don't worry about what it means, just mathematically it's a phase 3 one. And since we broke below there, the chances are we're aiming for the nearest lower weekly unmitigated VWAP level, which is at 22,376. That would be now normally when we break this turning, I call it a turning, it's a level 3 turning, we do bounce back up to retest it. and that retest would be 223, 270. So I would not be surprised to see a bounce to there and then totally roll over. So for sure, if we get to 223, 270, I'm shorting from over there. That's possible. The problem I'm having here is trading the prop firm accounts is that we can't hold our positions overnight. And so I end up in a situation where if in the days we get these bounces and in the nights we get the sell-offs, it's like we miss a bunch of the moves unless we're trading at 8 p.m. or something like that.
That's what it is. This is obviously a market for automated traders as well. So, building something that's systematic in the in the electronic session is definitely an objective. One of mine as well. At the moment, I'm still working on a bunch of systems that, some of them are working, some of them are not. Until I get something that's actually robust enough, I've got to just trade on a discretionary basis here in the open, which is a place where I've found success in the past. I've already received one prop firm payout as of July. I did not get one for August, so I'm hoping we get one for September here.
Nice. So like right over here on these bars here, these in the overnight session, you see that's where the drop off happens. Again over here, again over here, again over here, here. It's just like perfect setups for these drops at night.
Yep.
So I'm going to be whatever. I'm like, oh, I'll trade at 6 p.m. at night. Yeah, well, I have a life.
Good luck with that. You have kids, you have a life. Yeah, exactly.
I did do price action live on Sunday.
Yeah.
Which is fun. We did it on YouTube and on Discord, and at least one person showed up, and we had a nice chatting back and forth. Helped them out with using TradersPost, which is fantastic.
Nice.
So maybe we'll do more of those on Sunday. But before we start the session today, I know you wanted to show you're adding another prop firm account in the back end of TradersPost. Is that right?
Yes, I bought a couple of new Apex accounts this morning, and I thought I would demonstrate how to add those back into TradersPost and then get them assigned to your strategies. So let me just show you how they're automatically added to my Apex connection. I think my chart is ready to go. We got a couple more minutes to the open. So let me do this real quick and I'll show you. I've only got 2 minutes to quickly do this and then I'll be ready to roll. So as I go back to my Apex dashboard here, you'll see that it says at the bottom, 2 new Apex trader funding accounts found, and they don't have a dashboard or trades icon next to them, and they're also disabled. So if I enable these and I follow the same naming convention of my other accounts, just give these a new name real quick. These now have dashboards attached to them for their individual trades. They're now enabled. You can see, unfortunately, last week I was messing around too much in one account and I lost this one. So that's a failed one that I'll have to delete off of here now. Let's get this out of here. And then now I have these 8 active Apex accounts, but those 2 new ones don't have the strategies subscribed to them. So I have to go to today. I think I'm most likely going to be starting on the all account strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and subscribe these 2 new accounts. We'll add 66 and I'll auto submit and enable that guy. I think the position size on this could be 3. And then I'll add the other one, 67. Auto submit, and position size for that one will be 3. Oops. And I got to make sure those are both enabled. So if I go to strategies and I look at all accounts, I can see which ones are enabled and disabled. These are all enabled and set to auto submit, so they're ready to roll. Now all I have to do from the strategies dashboard is just enable my strategy, and that will start accepting incoming signals. So I think I'm ready to roll. I got my account set up and I'm ready for the open.
Awesome. We're off to the races. NASDAQ decided to open down.
It's a nice gap down. That is a real gap down. We're down 1.52%. So we'll see where price action shows up in the first few minutes. ATR is already spiking up fairly high to about 75. Let's keep an eye on that over the next few candles as well. I would expect ATR on the 1 minute chart here to spike as high as 150. And this is 2x of ATR. So the real ATR number is half of that.
Look at that drop. All right, we're getting some of that congestion on the signals on TradingView, which can happen during high volume times. So that means the alerts on TradingView sometimes don't fire right away.
Yep. Another good reason to wait a few minutes from the open is that you and millions of other traders are trying to do the same exact thing on TradingView here. So there is some network congestion that takes place there.
So does this puke and it just heads straight down to 22.5?
Yeah. I could be wrong on the thesis of the bounce here this morning. We'll see. But I'm still going to wait a few candles here before I decide to take a side. I regret last week not taking the larger short position because it was a very good setup. It was the setup I usually like, which is wait a few candles from the open, establish a direction on either side of VWAP, and hold that trend for as long as possible. That was on a day where we didn't expect there to be a big move in the market, and then all of a sudden volatility came out of nowhere. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the expected move from the options market on the NASDAQ today. So with the expiries on September 2nd, there's an expected move of about 0.64% from here, from our open price where we are right now. So the move is pretty much already done. There's about 150 points of expected move in either direction from here, from the options market. But the options market isn't a crystal ball, it's just a guide.
It's people betting in the future. Time travelers.
Okay, so we are currently printing the bottom of this candle in this S1 zone that I've now reestablished. That's at the 23,000 level. It's kind of a psychological level as well. I don't expect it to hit 23,000 perfectly, but I do expect there to be some kind of a bounce here.
My alerts are still not working on TradingView. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I can't even manually activate
Get
that.
mine running here. Hey, Aventura. Good to see you, man.
Luke is back. It's AV.
AT?
AV.
We'll go with AV.
Well, it just sounds so cool.
Well, given that AV has a working automated strategy and I do not at the moment, then yes, he is way cooler than I am. Still working on getting something going here.
For the first time in the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks, Bitcoin has actually moved from, I do these weekly targets on Bitcoin where the price can get to, and it's been failing because it's just been this waterfall in Bitcoin. And now, this week is the first time, yesterday was the first time we actually hit one of those levels, which to me signals potentially a bottom for Bitcoin, and that, NASDAQ was catching up, and then now both of them are going to look for a bottoming pattern and then rise from here. It's hard to expect like a big, massive drop without a catalyst in markets, especially for the NASDAQ. And so that's not around, let's say, the Fed meeting on the 17th.
Sure.
So like, I expect, if we were to bounce up and rally now 50% all the way to the 17th, I would not be surprised. We do have a weekly level at 23,567 that has not been cleared.
Well, this is a little frustrating. TradingView is definitely congested at the moment. I'm not getting anything to respond.
Okay, yeah, no alerts at all. Let's see what the status.
This definitely makes me wonder how many other people out there are experiencing the same congestion on automated strategies as well. It's hard to actually diagnose those if you're not looking at the actual chart.
Okay, my alerts are working now.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add these two accounts to my other strategy. This is the start and formation of this bounce I was referring to, but I didn't get in because I couldn't get this alert to fire.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it. I'll try it in a moment here. I'm gonna go ahead and just put on a small scalp line here to at least get an order started. You'll see profit already ticking up on 1 micro. And I think I'm going to add another buy below this point back at VWAP. So I'm expecting some kind of pullback, but I may not be able to nab that entry. We'll just see if I can even get the alerts firing here on TradingView.
No worries, Aventura. We're always happy when you're here. No hard feelings if you're not. You're part of the team.
Okay, it looks like congestion is starting to free up on TradingView a little bit. We're starting to fill some of this gap. I want to pay attention to the short-term EMA here. I have an 8 EMA on the 1-minute chart. I'm expecting some initial potential resistance there. And there we go, off to a good start here. Picked up about $50 on all my accounts just on that little scalp.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to fight this downtrend here until there's evidence to the contrary.
Sure.
I get for the scalping, but I'm looking for a beautiful short entry if I can. I'm almost looking to get in here.
I'm right there with you. I still have a bearish bias given where we're at on the 2-hour chart and on the daily chart. However, I still don't want to fight any of this buy the dip zone here. You know, the theme of the day when it comes to investing since 2020 has been buy the dip. And buyers will always show up out of nowhere until they're scared away. And I don't think we're in that scared away territory just yet. Just looking at the fear greed index, for example, overall investor sentiment across multiple instruments, we're still in that greedy territory. So I would expect buyers to continue to show up.
That's a crazy thing. There's like no news. I know Kim Carson was talking about this, that the structural position of the market is such that we might have these. Ooh, I have a sell signal that's showing up. Let me see if I can get a scalp in.
You're gonna try a little scalp from this potential pullback area?
For the short, yeah.
Yep. As I mentioned, I expect this little 8 EMA might be an area where sellers might step in. Plenty of opening volume. Look at that. Almost 38,000 contracts in the first 15 minutes. And we're not even closed yet on this bar. We got 6 minutes left. Haven't we heard about the newest Trump pump? Oh, fill me in, Tom. What am I missing?
Is there?
He made $5
billion.
Oh, Jesus. Why does that feel so... It just doesn't feel like it's... I'll hold my opinion. Okay, feels like congestion might be over. Excuse me. I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback here, and I want to see if I can actually start to establish my long from VWAP. I'll take one position here towards the top of VWAP if we establish some support off of it. So I want to wait for confirmation. Trying to improve my rules, Tom. Wait a little bit longer from the open. Wait for confirmation. Stop getting in so fast. If I think there's a little scalp opportunity, I should take it, but that's different.
That's right.
Those are easy, and they're not a ton of risk. So did you take that short from here?
Yeah, I'm in a short now.
Got it.
But if it breaks the candle high, I'm out.
All right, I'll give it a go. I'm going to see if I can nab 20 points down. And then we'll see if there's any confirmation on VWAP for a long to fill the rest of this gap. Now, normally I would look at this price action and say this could be an explosion gap pivot move, which would mean that it didn't quite fill the gap. We only filled some portion of it. And if we close outside of that gap to the downside, then we're going to push even further down here.
Explosion gap pivot.
It's a
Fire.
dumb name, but it's real. I think the original strategy was created in the 1990s. I actually made an automated system for it. Yeah,
I'm a anime watcher, so
explosion
that sounds
gap
like
pivot.
anything that sounds like anime moves. I'm all for.
Oh, a little indecisive here. A little bit of consolidation.
Yeah. It is bullish though.
Okay, so it looks like I'm going to be break even on my little chop scalp if it continues here. All right, so that one failed.
All right, well.
And I'm still not in my long because it didn't pull far enough back. But we're moving towards trying to fill in the gap a little bit further here.
Well, I have no clear signal for a trade. So, sit in my hands. Especially since now I have such little room for maneuvering in my prop firm account.
Fair. Yep. That drawdown amount makes a big difference. I try to keep my drawdown amounts in the $2,000 to $3,000 range, and that's really tough to do sometimes. Because that's really your account size. You don't have a $50K account. You have a $2,000 account.
And you can't even swing for the fences when you first open it because you can't have one trade be more, well, at least for me, I can't have one trade that's more than 50% of my gains. So it's like, well, home runs don't work.
Yeah. So your profit target's 3,000, right? On your account. So your best day can be $1,500.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, is this the pullback we were waiting for? There's just too much chop.
Yeah. I'll tell you, trading the overnight session is a lot more peaceful.
It is. Price action is definitely slower, and it moves in a more technical way, I think. I've definitely done okay in the overnight session as well. It's nice to be able to put on a position and not feel like I have to pay very, very close attention because price action is not going to show up very quickly.
That's right. Especially between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because you're like in between before the Asia session even opens. So it's like, it's so boring, it's peaceful.
Yeah.
You don't get a big swing move, fine, but you can eke out profits, scalping.
Right. All right, where
did
we
all
going
the volume go? What happened here?
Okay, I'm going to try another scalp pullback here to VWAP. Let's see if I can keep my win rate high on this approach. Right now I'm 50-50.
I'd be looking to take a long myself at around 23.14 if we get there.
23.014.
23.014? Sorry, no, 23.114.
114. Okay. 114 makes sense. That's about where I'd put my entry as well. But even at 23, I'm still happy because that's still at the S1 line on the 2-hour chart.
I see.
But we're just going to keep an eye on the open. And of course, if price maintains above VWAP here, I don't know. This feels like we may not get much closer to VWAP.
All right. Well, then I'll try it here and then again down there. I'm in.
I'd like price to fall down to my entry line where I'm going to reverse and go long, but I'm not sure how possible this is going to be. Okay, not possible. Let's just go long. And I'm going to add a second leg below VWAP here. Or just at VWAP, excuse me. I like this on the 15-minute chart as well. We're coming out of this oversold territory, potentially showing some support at the S1. We got some room to move to the upside, which would be around 23,300. So I'm going to see how far we can take this move. But I do think we're fairly oversold here, and we can see a short-term bounce. We got plenty of gap to fill as well.
What's the gap fill level at? What is that? 23,464?
Yeah, it'd be 460.50 where last week's close was.
All right, so I'm in profit now. Good.
Same. We got some room to go though. ATR is starting to fall. So like I said, most of the price action took place prior to open here.
Do you know what lies on that beach over there? Immortality. Take it. It's yours. God, what a good line.
So I mean, you're taking a second leg there?
No. I'm being very meek. In fact, I might even just get stopped here. Yeah. Well, not stopped, but I just got break even.
We can't go long and short at the same time, unfortunately. So I'm just going to wait to see if we get a pullback to VWAP and add a second leg. Pull these scalp lines off. Let's go back and take a look at what's happening here on the charts. Yeah, I like it. Still looking long. We just got to eat up the losses from being wrong 2 times on the scalping approach. I was expecting a little bit more of a pullback there and just didn't get it. Formation looks right here. I think we could see a bounce. We're now in between S1 and R1. We're at the bottom of the regression trend. We've already bounced off the regression trend on the 2-hour chart, and we're moving towards the middle of that trend, back to its center point, which is about 23,281.
All right, let's see it.
Let's get a move. So resistance could also be at EVWAP, which is at 23,300. Is that also what you have, Tom?
I have EVWAP at. Hey, why is it not showing here? Do I not have EVWAP? Oh no, because the weekly one just started. Okay, so.
Oh, it was hidden.
Hmm. 23,325.
Yeah, we're close. You're a little bit higher than me, but okay, this is looking pretty good. I mean, we've had plenty of bullish candles so far. Definitely feeling good about this being a reversal now. Nice hammer candle on the 2-hour chart. And we got about 9 minutes left before this candle closes on the 2-hour. Let's see where we find the establishment of the next candle.
Not only that hammer, it's right in oversold territory, like deep oversold territory.
Yep. And plenty of gap to fill. So we still have another 240 points of move to the upside potentially. As slow as it moves, it is a sit on your hands trade.
Yeah. All right. If I make my profit for the day, I'm like gonna stop trading. We're almost oversold on the 1 minute. Sorry, overbought on the 1 minute. I wonder how far it can go though.
That's what I want to figure out, is where our initial resistance is going to be. I'm pretty sure it's potentially VWAP. We'll see a little bit of a pullback there, and I might add to my long at that point. Potentially. I'm also feeling like this is another one of those sessions where you could very easily get stuck in a bull trap, and I may just want to take profits here and just wait for a reversal.
Can you imagine that? Just the next candle just knifes all the way back
down. Yeah, I would not be surprised. This is it's an unknown market. I mean, the price action we're seeing just on the 2-hour chart here over the last, what is this? 31 days, 31 trading days. I mean, it's crazy.
Insane.
A roller coaster. So you never know.
Look at those candles. I mean, oh my God. All right, I got, I'm out. There might be more upside, but I am not there. But that candle, God.
VIX is pulling back. Expected move is about the same on the options market. Nothing's really changed there. The fear greed index has now moved down to neutral.
All right, I'm out. It'll have to be another pullback before I can get in. I might miss the rest of the ride, but that's just what it is.
You got pushed out. You got stopped out, or what happened there?
Well, because I always move my stop up to the low of the previous bull candle.
Got it.
And so,
yeah, I want to see if I'm going to go ahead and hold this. We're looking pretty good so far. I'm not seeing any major resistance just yet. These are pretty small.
Well, we're at a previous VWAP level right now, plus a what do you call this? This is a volume weighted moving average here, so there will be some resistance around this area, which is what I worry about for the pullback.
Got it.
But then if you clear that, well, then VWAP
is next,
or the weekly VWAP is like next. Yeah.
Let's go to the 5-minute chart here. Yeah, I mean, that's some pretty decent momentum here on the 5-minute chart. But I see the VWAP.
Maybe if we get to pull back to 23.2, I get back in. I do like that.
I'm still looking at, staying long with this on the 1-minute chart. Regression trend is very bullish. And if I were to add to my long here, it'd be right at 23,200.
Yeah, 23,200. That's where
maybe 23,195 actually. I'm going to try to place that right there. Something's going. Oh, I see what's happening.
Well, looks like we're not going to get that pullback. You're going to get what you need.
That's okay. Either way, that's the idea of having legs anyway. If I can get some consolidation, I'll grab it. I'll add to my position as long as my confidence is high. Otherwise, just let the first leg ride as long as it can. I don't need to pick up much in order to make money in these accounts. It's not really about the total P&L either. It's really more about following the rules and getting to the profit target in an efficient way. So I figured out that my sweet spot is about $500 to $700 of profit per day. I'll take more if I can. I already have all the accounts set to where there's a maximum daily amount allowed so that I don't violate the consistency rules. It's the loss side of things that I've been trying to nail down a little bit better. and not take such big losses. That's where my weakness has been.
It's so funny. If I were to treat this like just a regular video game where there's no upside other than succeeding in the game,
yeah,
I would follow my rules to the letter.
Right. So what makes this different? This is one big video game, right? I know where you're going with that, Tom, and I totally agree with you. We need to treat it more like, this is just, you're just executing a plan. Just like you would if you were, playing any kind of game. You have a strategy, you have an idea in mind. I think we get, it's part of the behavioral economics aspect of it. We get wrapped up in the money part of it. Maybe if we looked at it more like points rather than money, it would divorce us from the emotional aspect of that. But there's real emotions involved in getting to these payouts because we have real money on the line. We paid money for the good money for these accounts.
Well, I mean, I pay good money for a video game too, and I don't mind. I'll still follow the rules there.
True.
I mean, I say that I don't play video games anymore, but I used to spend $80 on a game and $500 on a console and follow the rules carefully in order to get to the end of a very hard and grilling game.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to trading, it should be like, hey, Tom, just do the same thing.
I like it. It's a good attitude.
I did see someone make a like a mini Game Boy thingy, not even a Game Boy thingy, but a little handheld device that trades the market with like left as buy, right as sell. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I so want to make something like that.
That's bananas. I'm not sure I'm a fan. I feel like I would fat finger it so bad. It would just be bad executions. I feel like I've eked out as much profit as I'm going to get here.
Yeah, it's doing
it's really slowing down.
Yeah.
And just looking at the 15-minute chart too, I want to see this candle close and see where we open up. We got 153 left. I'd like to see more bullish momentum, but it feels like it's losing steam.
I will try for the entry at 23 to, what is it, 32.08 right now. See how that goes with a tight stop.
Okay.
Because we often get this pullback down into the close of the 15-minute candle or whatever, pullback or a rise. So if that's what's happening right now and we're just falling into the 15-minute candle, then we can rise from there. This 15-minute VWAP thing has been something I'm paying more attention to because the Nasdaq seems to respond to it pretty well, especially at the start of a 15-minute candle.
Agreed, especially 30 minutes after the open. There's a lot of orb strategy people that love to wait for that moment. It's still trying. The candles just keep getting smaller and smaller. ATR is really starting to come down now.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and add a scalp line right at the bottom of this regression trend here, which is a bullish scalp. I'm expecting 20 points to the upside on it and a reversal here in this regression trend. So I'm hoping for support here, but I'm not ready to add another leg yet until I can get some confirmation.
I see. So like for confirmation for you it would break the high?
I want to see that the candles still close within the regression trend.
Okay.
But I want to wait for the rest of this 15-minute candle. We got 3 seconds. 2 and 1. All right. Nice bullish open for 15. There we go.
Exactly on that candle, right?
Yep.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, I we got past everybody's time window filters. There's the liquidity we were hoping for, and I missed both my entries. Look at that. But my first leg is still going.
I'm FOMO into that one.
All right, so we're almost to VWAP. I'm still thinking there could be some potential of resistance there, but we're almost at my daily profit target here. Excuse me. Come on, market. More behind it. If that was it, then this is it.
Darn.
This should be the area where buyers continue to show up, but we're thinking that could have been resistance.
Don't know. Yeah, my 15-minute just switched from bearish to neutral, so that's generally could be at the start of a bull trend.
I'm still feeling more of that congestion on TradingView here.
Yeah.
That's it, Tom. I think I know exactly how to solve this problem.
What would it be?
Another TradersPost improvement. Another product feature. I actually do have that process underway at the moment. Signed an agreement with the TradingView team, so we should be getting access to the charting library soon. And
Awesome.
we can start playing around with that in our development environment.
That would be incredible. Oh, wow.
I'd like to lead the charge on that because I've already done the work on another platform and I'm very familiar with how to do it. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right. I'm feeling like I might need to just go ahead and take profits here because I'm losing. It's losing momentum. We're still in the regression trend. And normally I'd say, hey, I got to hold the trend as long as it's there. But I don't like this resistance line, and I really want to take the profits off the table.
Right.
All right, not great. I was up a little bit higher than that, and I wasn't able to get that top candle, but 393 on most accounts here on average. So let's keep an eye on where we go from here. Is this
on the 2 hour? We got that pullback to that level I was talking about here, where we just pulled back to over here.
Yeah.
And then in the past, that's been all you get before it reverses. I just shorting into oversold, man. That is rough.
It is rough. It feels like buyers should be showing up here, and yet I'm not seeing the momentum and follow through I would expect. So if we start to pull back here and form a downtrend, I think I'm ready to go short here. But I'm gonna test it with a scalp line instead of my full positions. I just can't tell. It still looks like this pullback could get rejected and we still continue to the upside.
That's right. I'm getting a mini sell signal on the 5-minute, but that could just be a pullback in a bull trend. Never know until it does it.
Because of the doubt, the best thing to do is just to be neutral right now.
Or you remove the part of you that cares and you just take the trade anyway.
Take which trade though? I want to go to the downside. I'm really expecting a reversal here.
It'd be the short I would take here.
Yeah. I want to take a short.
With the candle on the 15-minute, I would take a short.
It
feels so good.
I'm going to take it.
The trade to take is whichever would feel the best, whatever makes you feel the most epic.
Okay, I feel epic with a little short here right now. How's that?
That works.
This looks correct. I mean, we are forming a little bit of a downtrend here. We just need a break. Looking at the 15-minute, that looks right. It looks like the retrace right off the weekly, right off of VWAP.
Yeah.
And then we would just continue the move from here. Now, if this is a continuation to the downside, I definitely want to be a short trade. I'm going to construct my bigger position here in just a moment.
That'd be amazing.
If we get some confirmation.
Just the heavens open up and it's Red Seas.
We've seen it happen before. The options market still doesn't think there's going to be any kind of movement though. Volatility is starting to come down. Implied volatility came down slightly. Expected move is down 2 basis points now. We're back into the greed territory for the fear greed index. but I'm bearish. Okay, so I just won that that little scalping trade.
Sweet.
Picked up an extra $40. Now, given that we're still above VWAP, I'm not entirely sure I'm ready to get short just yet. I'd like to see it actually close below VWAP before I get short, but I think I'm happy to just keep playing the scalping game here.
Yeah, before this is where I wanted to be long, right at this point. I wanted to go long here. So
conflicting signals here.
I've started this habit of like, or started noticing this pattern that you got to get the pullback within the time frame, within the certain candle. But the pullback after that candle is done is no longer the same.
Yeah.
Like if this pullback happened quickly on the previous 15-minute candle, then okay, it wicked down, touched it, you entered, and you go long, you're bouncing. But now it eked its way lower. It's like, not the same.
Yeah, I'm still thinking bearish here.
Yeah. Well, I'm short, so
at least for these, at least for these 20-point moves. I'm not asking for much. I only need a small move, and then I can get what little pullback there might be left in this. And then if I'm right and it continues, then I'll start to build up my short position.
I hate seeing a long position on the 1 minute, a long signal on the 1, and then a short on the 5, and then a long on the 50.
That's what I mean. Yeah, there's a little bit of mixed signals here. And it still feels like it could be an explosion gap pivot. We've still only filled about half the gap at this point. Interesting. Is that the buyers?
Well, if we're below the 15-minute VWAP, so we'd have to get above 23,233 for me to start being like, these are buyers are coming in.
Yeah.
So I just got a second short signal on the 5.
Okay. I'll bite. I still like it here from a reversal perspective. This does look and feel like a retrace on the 15-minute chart. I think the main thing missing at the moment is liquidity. We need to see some sellers or some buyers scared out, or some sellers step in.
Are people still on like vacay after like a long weekend sort of thing? Like, where's the volume?
Yeah, sometimes. I just think that the move already took place. Most of that volume was in the overnight. It was all through this technical move here. So it's going to take a minute for a new trend to establish. And most of the time when price sells off that far, again, it's the buy the dip mentality. When you see the NASDAQ down negative 1.5%, that's a good place to buy.
I mean, yep.
Typically, right?
You're not wrong.
All right, now we're moving into profit.
All right, so we're headed into, we have 2 minutes left. No, a few minutes left before the end of this 15-minute candle, and the whole story will happen soon.
VIX is now at 18, so we pulled back from an open of 19. And with volatility falling like that, it tells me the move is done. But let's just keep an eye here.
I mean, you can have market down, vol down. Like that's usually...
And we saw that last week. Market vol down, vol down. Yeah.
That's a pain trade.
It is a pain trade. But at least the candles aren't moving so fast that we're just getting whipsawed out.
That's true. That was our life last week. It's brutal. Just brutal.
This is more like, you're going to get it? Just kidding. You're going to get this one? Just kidding.
Peter told me, Tom, you have to tone down your regret on Price Action Live. You just wear it so plainly. It's like, yeah, it's too painful.
It is pain. Trading is painful. As I've said a bunch of times, I've never learned more about myself than through trading. It's an incredible journey of self-discovery.
Right. Okay. Let's see.
The buyers want it. The buyers want it.
Like it.
I'm right at break even on this scalp. Now, this is a good reason to use my little scalp lines, keeps my risk low, and helps me wait for confirmation before I start to build up a new position. But this also tells me that I may need to get that long prepared again.
Yeah.
Because that was the pullback I needed from VWAP. Oh, maybe. Yep, we're back to this. We're taking it away. Just kidding. Here you go.
Wow. Look at that. Let's see. All right, one candle left. No, not one candle left. 3 candles left.
3 minutes left on the 15-minute. I mean, still very bearish on the 2-hour, but that hammer right there, it looks like it could be the start of a reversal. We just need to see some momentum here. Yeah, I think I'm going to lose this trade. There's the buyers. Okay, I'm out of the scalp trade. I'm going to go ahead and try to take a long here. I think that was the pullback from VWAP, the bounce from session VWAP.
Right.
If it pulls back further, I'll go ahead and add to it here at 23,185. But let's keep an eye on it now. We need to hit a new high for me to feel much better about this. A session high. Right now, we need to break the 279 level.
Yep, the story is always in the last candles right before the close. So interesting.
Yeah, with volatility as low as it was, it's kind of telling me that I definitely got out of that position a little too soon and should have waited for the second leg.
I mean, on the heels of a massive sell-off overnight I don't know that you can make that claim. Could go either way.
It's tough. I mean, now I'm going to have to sit here and eat into some profit just to see if I'm right. Now the sellers are showing up.
Wow. I'm telling you, man, it's the close of the 15. That's just the whole story.
I'm with you.
What is it deciding to do?
If this is the reversal now, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. I did this wrong. Again. Okay, so what I wanted to see was that was the bullish breakout, and it just got rejected. We have a very bearish engulfing candle. We're now still below the AEMA again. My analysis would tell me get out of the long, start to reverse short,
right.
get ready for the pullback. But we're still above VWAP for the session, and it's really hard to determine if buyers are going to show up here or not. Like I said, the big signal for me is, did we already see confirmation of the support here at 23,000? And we wicked right off of that, and we've wicked several times off of that before. It's just hard to get the rest of the session to show up. So struggling with this one, Tom.
My trend just switched to neutral on all time frames.
Neutral. Great.
Perfect. Just perfect.
No wonder I'm so backwards on this thing. Pull up the trend. Yep, I see neutral here too.
Neutral on the 1, neutral on the 5, neutral on the 15.
Now that's neutral off of the bullish trend that it was just in.
Oh, well, my trend is based solely on VWAP.
Yeah.
So if it's neutral, I usually go with the largest overall trend which is the 2 hour, which is bearish.
All right, Tom, this is going to be really rough to recover from. If I can get this pullback to post continuation on the buy side. Sorry, I'm at a
Are you
loss.
going to add into the long?
I'd like to add into the long here. Yeah,
I see.
I'm still expecting a little bit of a bounce. I just feel like we're still above session VWAP, and that's always been my guiding principle. We still have a gap to fill, and I've done pretty well with gap fills in the past. They tend to close in the same day. If they don't close in the same day, they'll close within 2 to 3 days after. So it seems possible that we're not going to see the bearish territory I'm expecting. And a big part of that is I see VIX falling. I see implied volatility from the options market falling. It still feels like we're in greedy territory on the fear greed index. Overall higher time frame analysis shows that was support, and this could be a push. So I'd like to remain long.
So you add in, let's say, at 23,160.
I have the line at 180 right now.
180.
But I may miss it.
I wouldn't bet on missing it.
Okay, I'm going to turn your trend lines off. There's a lot of noise here. I mean, looking at the 15-minute chart, we've got a full candle close above the AEMA, and we're starting to push upward again.
For me, we have to close above 227. And we are.
Yep. I'm feeling like this was the right move. Let me stay long.
Well, I got chalked out today.
Still in profit over here, but it's going to be a tough profit to hold, I think. We need to print a higher high here.
Watch this guy close below 225, of course.
Aventura just said his automated strat just took along at 233.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, I can see that because of I'm even breaking out of the regression trend here now. It's starting to feel pretty bullish. But we got some headwinds against us. The weekly VWAP as well as the 55 EMA on the 15-minute chart. We've got some potential resistance here at 297 or 300. I want to see us break that level. Okay, looking good. Need to see a little bit more of a push here.
Mini sell signal showing up on the 1 minute, which has been no good for me to see. It's been not useful. Oh man, I hate yellow zones. I hate neutral zones.
Yeah, if we pull the regression trend right from the open now too, we're at 0.76. It's still a pretty good uptrend overall, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be a slow move upward for a while here until we can get buyers to show up. And I feel like a lot of buyers might be a little scared right now. All right, that's looking good. I like that. That print right there is looking good. We just needed to post above. There it is. Okay, so we just broke that that candle right there. Now I want to see it break this candle.
All right, well, That looks like a drift bearish. Oh, sorry, drift bullish. Just drift up for the session.
What is this, Tom?
Wow.
It's the lack of follow through that drives me absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Nice. You almost
My
sounded
life
like
is a series of movies, Mike.
that was a pretty good Morpheus impersonation too.
Thank you.
Okay, Lawrence.
I can't bring myself to see the last Matrix because of how bad I heard it was.
Yeah, don't. It's worth skipping. That franchise really kind of had it was a mixed bag. Obviously, nothing will beat the first Matrix. That was an amazing movie.
Well, the second Matrix, when it came out, the reason I loved it so much more was that it came out with a video game on the Xbox. And if you remember, the Wachowski siblings filmed a whole other half movie for the video game with Jada Pinkett Smith and this other guy, this other Asian guy, I can't remember what it was. And so you play the video game and you'd cross over with the scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
And
That's kind of cool.
It was amazing. Morpheus would fall off of a truck, getting hit by Agent Smith, and you'd be there in the car, boom, to catch him. You'd fly the ship through the thing just to catch anyone at the right time. It was absolutely unbelievable. And I've never had an experience like that since.
Have you seen the social media clips circulating around watching The Matrix at Cosm?
Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah.
My God.
I would absolutely love to do that. That's on my agenda here.
I think there's one nearby in Toronto or whatever. I was like, I got to go drive down there to get that.
Yeah.
It looks so good. That to me was like I watched Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 on the day of when Marty goes to the future in 2012. And I sit in the movie theater going, there's no way I'm going to be able to watch 9 hours of a whatever thing straight through. Blink of an eye. It was so unbelievable. So good.
Okay, looking pretty good here. I like this starting to form, but we still have that second set of candles to break. And I feel like the potential for resistance is still there. We got about 6 minutes left in the 15-minute candle. I like where this is forming on the 2 hour as well. And then
come
on. This is driving me crazy.
Me? Oh my God.
All right. I got to figure out how to manage this now.
Do I have to take smaller scalps? Tinier things? This is not working.
It just what side I go. We just can't get there. We need some follow through. And if we can't get there, then we're moving to the sell side. Yeah, so that up move is starting to break down. I'm just going to go ahead and take my small loss here because I really don't want to keep eating losses. God, this is tough. I'd like to see where this pullback goes. I think I'm going to wait a few candles and let these print and just see where we go, because there was some concern a little while ago that this could have been the retrace on the 15-minute chart, and I think I might need to give it the full 5 minutes to determine. I'm not willing to pay to know.
Well, I'm done.
So if this is the pullback, I want to see how it responds to VWAP, obviously. On the 15-minute chart, that means this is the fib extension, and we could see a bigger pullback from here for the rest of the session. It means we could very easily come back and revisit the $23,000 level, which means I've got about 150 points of available profit to me.
Ooh-wee. That would be crazy.
Maybe.
All right. Well,
we need to see some move to either side here. This little roller coaster here is annoying. Pick a side, guys.
It's unfortunate because on paper, I know how to trade a neutral zone, which is you just expect this ebb and flow, this back and forth around the neutral zone. And I'm just like, this is going to be the candle that it lifts off or falls down on. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You got to wait for the trend.
You got to wait for continuation too. When it starts chopping like this is not it yet. We need a big follow. We need a move to follow through. And that right there, that's a weak trend now. Even if we're just measuring from top candle, the regression trend just now moved down to 0.3, which is closer to neutral. So I want to see a break of that regression trend below VWAP before I'm ready to get short.
Well, once again, I got another bounce signal on the 1 minute. So normally I'd be going long here.
But given where we are on the higher time frame,
I'm going to do it.
You're going to go long here. All right.
Well, I haven't been following my rules. So
now's the time to do it.
How about I give that a shot?
I just don't like the lack of follow through. It's making me less confident that we've got a bullish move here.
Fair. Minutes left. See where the story goes. It's funny. It's like trading is like watching a when you're trying to get into a trade. It's like seeing a train that you want to take just start to leave the station. And the idea that you wait while you see the train just speed up and speed up and speed up, you're like, if I'm going to get on, I got to get on now. And then you get on and it's like, nope, wrong train.
Yeah, but you're not missing anything on this trade. This is the kind of train that pulls up to the station and then starts reversing and going back the opposite way. And you're like, I'm going to New York, not Philadelphia. What's happening here? And it goes, nah, just kidding. I'm going to New York. And you're like, really? And it turns around and goes to Philadelphia. Peter says he'd enjoy watching us trade a naked chart one day, maybe not prop. I'll trade a live account if you're interested. It's pretty much the same thing. I'm getting annoyed, very annoyed now, Tom.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When I get the signal on the 1 minute, most of the time it's useful, and then the times it's not seems to be the times I take the trade. Although this one's going well.
Aventur asks, are naked charts safe for work? That's a really good question. I'm not entirely sure what a naked chart is now that I think about it.
He means no indicators.
No indicators, just price action alone. Okay, got it. Just bearing it all.
Which is, to me, impossible.
Nah, I need my indicators.
All right. Story's always in the last two candles.
I'm so annoyed.
I know, eh? It's so brutal.
I'm pretty sure I had the right analysis, man, but
yeah. There's just no way to know. You just don't know until it happens.
Well, I mean, if I go with the simple mechanical rules, the simple mechanical rules are we above VWAP? Yes, hold trade.
Right. There we go.
We're going to break that candle, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh, this is a tough one for me. I'm trying to decide if I want to participate or not.
Watch it reverse.
Peter, it is the right term. I just want to give you a hard time for saying naked charts.
Now I got to sell signal on the 15-minute. Dang it.
Of course.
So I got to get out of that, and I'll switch to short.
It still looks like it could be resistance. That's my problem. I can't tell if this is long or short here. I don't like what I see.
Well, I'm short now. If that makes any difference.
You're just going for it?
I'm just following just whatever the thing tells me it beeps. I'm just going to do what the beep says to do.
Okay. I mean, it's still bouncing off of this regression trend, which is not breaking the high of that previous candle. It very well could continue down from here, and this is again why I'm so hesitant, because there's no signal here yet. Excuse me.
Just give me enough room to get into break even, and then I don't have to worry about it.
The Pearson R just moved down to 0.00, indicating no relationship between price and time.
Riddle.
Zero trend.
just surfboard on a flat ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Going nowhere. All right, give me room for break even, please. That's not good.
Well, it looks like the options market was right today. There is no big expected move. Down to 0.53 now, down from 0.68. And Fear Greed Index still shows us in the greed territory. So I'm starting to think that there's not going to be much of a move today.
Right.
I want there to be, but if the market's not going to do it, it's not going to do it.
Okay. Well, you feel like calling it for today?
I think so. I feel pretty good. 364 on many accounts, 230 on some smaller ones. Feel pretty good about the profit overall. There might be more profit available if we can see some push through and some continuation, but I'm going to take that later in the day. I got a meeting I need to prep for at 9 here, my time. So thanks again, guys, for joining along here. It's been fun. Hopefully we learned something new about how TradersPost works, how we're using lines, how we're executing across multiple prop firm accounts at the same time. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us at support@traderspost.io.
Awesome. And until next time, happy trading.
Cheers, everyone.